it's so exciting to binge all of the pregnancy videos. That's what I was doing, trying to prep for the baby, for the nursery, for the home, all the things that I needed. And honestly, I felt like I was preparing for myself mentally too. But the thing was, I wasn't doing what I didn't know I should do because no one was talking about it. Hello, I'm so glad you're here. If you're anything like me, you found your way to this video because you too feel that the mental health care and information provided in pregnancy and postpartum is extremely inadequate. That's something I hope we can change. I've wanted to make this video for a long time, but I've kind of felt like, who am I to talk about this? But then again, who aren't I if no one else is? I have been on a mental health journey of sorts, you could say, since I was about 15. Back then, it was very, very stigmatized. If you were taking medication, if you were going through therapy, I heard things like, you don't need to tell anyone about this. This is your thing. It felt like I was broken, and I don't fault anyone in my family or my parents or friends for making me feel that way. It's just how it kind of was. I'd like to think that we've come a pretty far way from that. When I started going through some struggles in pregnancy and postpartum, you can just tell there is so much further that we have to go. I know it can feel super overwhelming thinking, where do I even start to get help? It's so expensive. There's so many different options. Everyone is telling me different things, but I promise you, you can find something that will help you within your budget and that fits your lifestyle. I wanted to go over one of the things that helped me most in mostly postpartum, because I didn't find this website until I was postpartum. My OBGYN experience talking about maternal mental health went something like this. We were in an appointment and it was maybe 2 to 5 minutes. These are the symptoms of postpartum depression. These are the symptoms of baby blues. If you start feeling this way, reach out to me and we will figure out what we can do. I don't know about you, but in today's world, it seems like doctors are very pressed for time. They're usually late, and they're usually trying to rush through the appointment to get back on time. I never felt like all of my questions weren't answered, and I felt very attended to. I really enjoyed my relationship with my OBGYN. I felt very cared for and trusted, which I realize is something that not all mothers feel. So I'm very grateful for that. But mental health was kind of a blip on the radar. There's so many things that you're going through. It's hard to remember all the questions you want to ask. Let's get to it. I don't want this video to be too long, but I hope this is helpful. And I've created this in a way that I hope you feel like you can put this video on your phone or put it in a smaller window in the corner and you can pull up your own browser and find these things yourself. I want to be a friend who sits there with you to help you make this plan, because that's what I needed. No matter how much I told people around me I needed help, they were there for me and they offered support, but what I really needed was someone to sit down with me and basically hold my hand and say, this is what there is for you to support you. That's just what I needed. I was in such a low mental space. That was the level of help I wanted. So I hope this video can be that for you. So this is the website that was a lifesaver to me postpartum. I didn't find it until about 6 weeks postpartum, but when I did, it's when I finally realized I could get help. So the first thing you need to do is go to postpartum.net. You'll see this is Postpartum Support International. And right now, take out your phone and put this number in your phone, because you can text them and you can ask for help. And before I was able to ask someone out loud for help, texting was the easiest way for me to start opening up. Hopefully you won't need it. Hopefully you'll learn all of the things to watch out for and know that you're not alone and that there is support, and you will have built a village around you where you don't need to text this hotline. But just in case, it's a really good tool to have. So I think it's really smart to just go through this whole website and learn. There's a place where you can learn the services they have. They have help for moms, dads, partners, families, queer and trans parents, military, postpartum psychosis, loss and grief. So much on this website, and so much of it is free. Learn more. This is a place that I feel like is a gold mine. Talked before about how my doctor just kind of mentioned postpartum depression. And even though I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety when I was 15, I didn't realize postpartum anxiety is an actual thing. There's also postpartum OCD, which I was diagnosed with postpartum. And you can go to the overview. And for me, one of the things I did with postpartum depression was just look up the symptoms so that I and my partner could be aware if I was to a point where I felt like I should get more help. And another thing that I learned, there is postpartum depression, but there's also depression in pregnancy. These things can happen before you have had the baby. There's an overall term these mood and anxiety disorders are referred to as, they're called PMADS, PMADS, perinatal mood and anxiety disorders. I'm trying to see if I can find it here, but I'll just go over this real quick. So perinatal mood and anxiety disorders. Perinatal refers to the pregnancy and postpartum period. It helps you realize you can start experiencing these symptoms even before you have the baby, which is something not commonly talked about. I think it's really important to just go over, click on each of these, go to the Learn Mores, and learn about the symptoms. Hopefully you won't feel these things. Not everyone does, but they go through the symptoms and they go through risk factors. You can see if you're at higher risk. If you have a therapist or your doctor, you can print this page off and tell them, hey, I'm worried that because of my mental health history, these are things I might start feeling. What's our plan if I do start feeling these things? You can talk about that with your partner and create a plan. Because if you're prepared, then hopefully you won't suffer in silence for 6 weeks or longer like I did, because it felt like hell. But if I had just known that postpartum OCD was a thing, that postpartum anxiety was a thing, and I knew the symptoms, just knowing that I wasn't going crazy, I literally thought I was losing my mind, but knowing that I wasn't and that other mothers feel those same things took almost all the power away from the thoughts that I was having, because I had compulsions because of intrusive thoughts I was experiencing. And the intrusive thoughts were given power because I kept obsessing over them because I was so scared of them. Maybe we'll go into my story some other time. But these are just good things to learn about so you can be aware. Now, they also have a provider directory. If you're looking for a therapist or a psychiatrist who is certified to help maternal patients, perinatal patients, this is a really great resource, because one of the things I was scared of was divulging information to the wrong person. And sometimes providers aren't specialized in helping pregnant or postpartum women. And so they might not have the full set of vocabulary or the full range of experience to best support you. If you go through their provider directory, you can find someone in your area who knows all the information on this website, who has been certified through Postpartum Support International. So get help. Another thing that I think was so helpful for my journey was online support groups. So I'm clicking on that. Okay, they tell you here what to expect. Our groups are 90 minutes in length. Sorry if you hear my dog. He sees another dog outside. First 30 minutes providing information, establishing guidelines, 60 minutes talk time, group members can share. And the thing I loved about this was they are moderated by a professional therapist. They have certain rules and they help make sure the space for everyone. And you can register for these when you're pregnant. And another thing I want to mention is if you're hesitant about going to an online support group, I would just go because it's free. It's so easy. You can do it from your bed and you don't even have to talk. If you feel like, oh, maybe I'm not bad enough to need help, you can go and just listen to other women describe their experience or other people because it's for all parents. And it was so helpful to just hear that I wasn't alone in feeling the way I did. And these groups are a good reminder of that. Here are some of the available support groups. Let me move my face out of the way. Bipolar, birth moms, birth trauma, for BIPOC birthers, Black Moms Connect, dad support group, military moms, special needs, mindfulness for pregnant and postpartum parents. You don't have to be feeling like you need a professional therapist to just go to a mindfulness program. That would be great support and prep for pregnancy and postpartum. NICU postpartum parents. I should have gone to that group. I did not. Perinatal, pregnancy, and postpartum mood support for moms. I think this is a great one to go if you are a little bit anxious that you might end up experiencing some of these perinatal mood and anxiety disorders, and go while you're pregnant. So you can start building that support group. Anyway, I can't read all of these, but queer and trans parent support group, single perinatal parents support group, and see how they say here perinatal and in parentheses pregnancy and postpartum. Perinatal was not a word I knew or anyone taught me. I learned that word from this website. Support for families touched by postpartum psychosis, even support for families, because one thing I learned as well experiencing postpartum anxiety and OCD was it takes a toll on your partner. And if they can receive support as well, how great is that? Let's just click on one of these to see what it looks like. Pregnancy mood support group, every first and third Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Every second and fourth Wednesday at 2:30 p.m. And it just outlines some of these things. You can go through and see when these are. And they have ones that are, this isn't for returning attendees only. This one is similar to the other one. Monday through Thursday, times varies. Just go and find one you feel would be a good fit and sign up. Let's see what it's like to sign up. Click register here. I get so annoyed. Maybe I'm just old, but with how many apps and passwords and everything you have to remember to sign up for stuff these days. But it's gonna be okay. That was part of the things that overwhelmed me about getting help. You know, when you are having a hard time, little things seem really hard. So I am here to help you. So you can create an account. You can do it through Facebook. You can sign in with Google, or you can use your email this way. And then you'll be able to log in. I want to see if my account populates. Ha! So this is me. What is currently impacting you? I'll say anxiety, ADHD, self-care, parenting. I feel lonely sometimes. Just pick whatever and click continue. And then they have you fill out this questionnaire. I am just gonna click all of these because I'm not actually gonna go to this. I think there was also a button that said you can skip. What are your goals and desired outcome? Support from peers, learn from others, feel happier. Okay, got you covered. Continue. Membership options. What? Oh, decline offer, keep basic membership. Yeah, you do not need to pay for this. Okay, and they tell you stuff about the homepage, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. This is a little bit overwhelming to me right now. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna click register here and hope that because I'm signed on, there you go. Work smarter, not harder. That page, I was not about to try and find this group in that page. This is happening this week, Sunday, November 5th, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Central Time. Let's see what happens when you sign up. You're confirmed. Well, I'm gonna try and unsign up because I don't feel like this is something I need right now. Open this, unregister. This is what I'm gonna do. You can add it to your calendar. I'm sure they'll send you an email with a link, or you can add to your calendar, set an alarm, whatever you need to do in order to make sure you make it to that. So that is the online support groups. They have them in Spanish. Let's see what else they have. Get help. Join our peer mentor program. You can chat with people or text people, find a trained provider, online support group chat, forums, Facebook. You can join their Facebook group. I'm tired of my face being over here. Yeah, those are some good resources. There was something I was trying to find that I found before. Postpartum planning. This is what I wish I had done. I didn't see this until a couple months ago. Postpartum planning for expectant parents, first and third Wednesday of each month. This sounds like something amazing. Sorry, I probably shouldn't read on a video. Okay, you can take time, you can pause this and read this. It says this class is meant as a one-time session. Register once. All expectant parents welcome. Moms, birthing people, non-gestational parents, partners, couples, single parents. Look at that. You can bring your partner to this. That would be amazing to have your partner with you for this. Register, it's probably the same thing. They use the same platform, Sharewell. Awesome. Let's go back. You can learn about your class instructors. And then here is our resources. So you can use these even if you don't go to the meeting. Pregnancy and mood support, discussion tools, download the PDF. Postpartum Support International, your postpartum plan. Look at this. They even have a QR code. They're so tech savvy. And you can type in here these things. This will just help you feel more secure and prepared to take care of your mental health postpartum. Yeah, that's all I got for now. I hope that was helpful. If it wasn't, please don't tell me. Just kidding. You can go ahead and leave any questions or comments that you have. I would love to hear from you. I also am trying something out. I would really love to meet with people either one-on-one or in a small group and go over some of these things more in depth, just help you sit down and plan. I've been through a lot of different types of therapists and therapies and tried some unconventional things. I cannot be the person who tells you how exactly to prepare mentally, but I can point you to professionals. because that's something I really want to do with this. I don't want you to think I know everything. I don't. And everyone's journeys are so individualized. I think what is going to work best for you is what resonates with you, what you feel connected to, what's something that you actually like, and something that you can do consistently. For me, I found a journaling course I really liked for mindset that has helped me a ton. I have never liked journaling in my life before this. I have tried, but before I found this course, I didn't like it and I didn't really know what I was doing. Also, Jay, stop. I hope you couldn't hear that because my dog was licking himself. Stop. Thank you. So, yeah, journaling is something I wish I had found this course before I had gotten pregnant and gone into postpartum. Like, I wish I had been journaling every night. I think it would have helped so much. So I would love if you are interested to just have a call, sit down with you, and figure out how we can help you find the help that will best support you in your journey, because mothers need to be better cared for. And when they're cared for, the children will feel even better. Families will feel better. I truly believe this. And I want to help. I want to commit to an hour a week doing calls or like small group meetings like this if it is something that people are interested in. So let me know. Maybe it's not. Maybe everyone's good and it's just me who wish somebody had done this. We'll see. Bye.